Hey guys, this is Akira back in another video. This time we are finally going to take a look at some Lorcana. Please forgive the random Vanguard playmat and the glare. This is my first try at my new permanent camera setup, so we'll see how this works. But for those of you who don't know what Lorcana is, no you don't. All of you know what Lorcana is. Disney's new trading card game. It is insane right now because it's Disney. I was actually at Gen Con back at the beginning of August when this first released, and it was an absolute nightmare. I didn't get anything at Gen Con. Literally, if you wanted anything for Lorcana, at 6 p.m. you could start lining up for the next day. So like Friday 6 p.m. you could go get in line for when they open on Saturday morning to get your stuff. It was ridiculous. Quick fun story. I was over at the Bandai booth doing the survey to get Battle Spirit stuff, and one of the guys next to me, I could see that in his bag he had an opened Lorcana booster box. And so we were both waiting in line, and I was like, oh, hey, you got Lorcana. That's awesome. Like, did you have to wait long? And he was like, 8 hours in line. And I was like, oh, that's a lot. And he was like, yeah, but, and he pulls out his phone and pulls up eBay. He's like, I opened the alt art Mickey card, I just sold it for $3,500, and he showed it to me on his phone. It had just sold like an hour ago. So that's Lorcana. Like I said, I did not get these at Gen Con. I actually picked these up. I'm working for a company to go to conventions right now, and I actually picked this up in a Louisiana convention at GeekCon, if you were there for any reason. Before the show opened, I saw one of the vendors had decks, and this was literally the week after Gen Con, and so I really wanted some, so I bought these from him. He had them at MSRP. He's an amazing person. I wish I remember the name of the booth. But yeah, I've had these, it is September 10th. I've had these ever since the beginning of August and haven't opened them yet. You can see they've already been pre-opened thanks to TSA. I made the mistake of putting them in my check-on bag, and when I went through the scanner, I don't know if any of you have ever tried to fly with trading cards before, but they always look weird on x-rays apparently. So they had to open up all of them. She thankfully didn't like open the booster pack or deck or anything. She just opened it up to look inside, and then she taped it back, thankfully. But these aren't like scalped decks or anything. They're just that TSA got to them before I did. So yeah, I'm not gonna get like super into gameplay or anything like that with this video. I just want to open these up for the channel. There's 3 starter decks out right now. I have all 3 of them here. There is 6 colors in this game. The colors of ink. There's red and green, which is emerald and ruby. There is blue and silver, which is sapphire and steel. And then purple and orange, which is amber or yellow. And amethyst. Reminds me of the original Bakugan naming scheme. I love how these are all like, you know, gems and then just steel, throwing everything out of whack. In this deck you get 60 cards, which is the base, the normal deck size. There's 2 foils, which are the ones that are showcased on the front here. So this is Aladdin and Cruella de Vil. You also get a paper playmat, paper tracker token to count your lore, which is essentially your reverse life in this game. Some damage counters, game rules, and then yeah, the deck itself. So I have, you also see on the side you have a full deck list of everything in the deck, which is really nice. I wish card games did that a lot more. So I have, spoilers, I actually have 2 of each of these decks, and I've already opened this one, and I have it sleeved and everything because I was gonna play a game and didn't have time to. So I already know what all is in this one, but I haven't opened these other 2 yet, so I don't know what's in there. But inside you get the deck, which is in paper. Everything here is actually recyclable as much as they can. There's no plastic except for the actual foil. I guess this is plastic on the actual booster pack itself, which I don't know if I said, you do get a booster pack in here, which is amazing. Every game should do that. But everything is recyclable, so that's actually a huge thumbs up for me. Lots of board games and card games are very wasteful when it comes, I mean, that's kind of their entire premise is, you know, lots of packaging. That's the whole point of it. But anytime I see companies doing this more, that's a huge thumbs up for me. But yeah, it comes in paper. It's not a plastic wrap or anything. It also makes it way easier to open, which is so much nicer. We'll save the booster pack until the end. And then another cool thing is you get your rulebook and your playmat. And this is actually the cardboard thing holding everything in, but it's also your tokens you punch out to keep track of damage and lore and everything. So again, really good that they're not wasting anything. They didn't have to print a separate thing of cardboard to punch these out. This is already in there, so why not make that the cardboard? It does make them very flimsy, but I mean, these are not You're not going to use these for the entire lifetime of the game. These are just to get you started. That's really nice. I'm really happy with the way they did the packaging here. The playmat is hilarious. That is the playmat. It is literally just your deck, your discard, and then cards in play, and your inkwell, and then a lore tracker. and then one for basically if you're right-handed or left-handed, which is nice. I'm glad they include that. And yeah, this lore tracker, by the way, is where you get this guy in. You can see it has a hole in it, so you start at 0 like that, then as you gain lore, you just move it all the way up until you win. Quick start rules are pretty self-explanatory and pretty basic. I believe these are on their website, so if you really want to, you can pause and read through it. The game is incredibly simple. It's designed to be simple, co-designed by Ryan Miller, who's one of my favorite game designers ever. He did Kaijudo. I'm blanking on everything else right now. Kaijudo was the big one for me. But the game is very simple. It's Duel Masters-like, Kaijudo-like, but different enough to where I think it's going to be fun. Let's see what's in this deck. Yeah, you got 60 cards. Cards themselves are totally fine. Basically magic quality. They're not super thick like Buddy Fight or Card Fight or anything like that. They're fine. I actually really do like the card back. It looks very nice. I'd love to get some like holographic sleeves with this on it. And I also like that it doesn't say Lorcana anywhere on it. It's just a symbol, which is kind of cool. I think these come pre-shuffled. They do not. Okay. So again, I'm not going to go through every card or anything. I'm just going to kind of run through what's in here. Get Aladdin, Prince Ali. There is your foil Cruella de Vil, miserable as usual card. I guess we can use here an example. We'll talk about the cards real quick. So this is a Glimmer, or a character card. They have a cost in top left. They have attack and defense, which is called strength and willpower in this game. The little symbol is the same as you saw on the lore. That's how much lore they get for you whenever they go to quest. The rarity symbol is down here, and all of their abilities have like a flavor name to them, which I love. And almost all of them have flavor text too, which is again really nice. And all the art's great. It's Disney art, so like you can't go wrong with it. And they have the types up here, so she's a villain, and she's Storyborn. And from what I can kind of tell, Storyborn is basically just like the basic classic Disney character. And there's things like Floodborn, which are different in one way, and then there's Dreamborn, which is different in another way. I'm not exactly sure how that goes yet. And you can also see... there we go. As an example, some of the cards have that little icon, the ink icon around it, and some don't. So whenever you go to your turn, it's like Kaijudo or Duel Masters. You pick a card to put face down in your inkwell, and that's your mana or your energy or whatever for your turns. You tap it to play the card. So you have to tap 3 cards to play this card. Or exert, I think is what it is in this game. But the kind of cool thing about it is you can only ink the cards that have that symbol. So this Mother Knows Best card, I can't just put that into my ink. You can only ink the things with the symbol, so that's another fun thing they can do with cards. You know, if a card's really, really, really good, they can just make it not inkable, and you have to think about that when you're making your deck. So, pretty fun thing that's different from Kaijudo and Duel Masters, so I really like that. Our other foil is Aladdin, Heroic Outlaw. We have the Duke of Westleton, another Prince Ali Aladdin, Duke of Westleton again. Yeah, 3 copies of Forest. I believe the card limit is at 3. Yeah, it's 3 of in this game, not 4 of, which I like more. I really don't like it when it's 4 of in a 60 or 50 card deck, because it just means pick 10 cards. So there's actually more variety in decks at least now. Iago, Mad Hatter, 3 of him. Megara, Meg from Hercules. You see she's Dreamborn, so she's not quite exactly the same, which is pretty cool. Steamboat Pilot, Mickey Mouse. Peter Pan, Never Landing. Mother Knows Best. So this is your action cards. These are like spells, instant sorceries, whatever in other games. You play it, do what it says, discard it. But the fun thing is this is a song. And since this is Disney, you know, songs, they actually have some of the lyrics for the flavor text. Certain characters can sing cards, which means you can play it for free. So you can pay 3 ink to play this like normal, or you can have anyone that's 3 cost or more tap to sing the song and play it for free. Another cool little mechanic that's baked in from the beginning that I think is pretty cool. We got 3 copies of that one. Stampede, Deal from the Rich, Vicious Betrayal, Dolan's Scimitar. These are items like enchantments or artifacts or anything else in other card games. So you play them and they stay on the board and you can use them to do stuff later on. Aladdin's Street Rat, Captain Colonel's Lieutenant. I can't remember what movie this is from. Donald Duck. Boisterous Fowl, I love that name. Foe, from Beauty and the Beast. From 101 Dalmatians, cute. Dreamborn Rapunzel, so you see she made her hair a lasso, so not quite the same. A Dreamborn Scar, Fiery Usurper, which is one of the coolest arts in the game, I think. Sergeant Tibbs, Courageous Cat, everyone's in love with him, apparently. Stitch! I can't wait till there's I can just make a full Stitch deck. Stitch is one of my favorite Disney characters of all time. I'm so happy he's in this game, and he actually had lots of good cards. Dragonfire, actually a removal spell. He's got a sword. I love this card, and the flavor text is hilarious. And then Shield of Virtue. So that's the deck for the Emerald Ruby deck. We'll put that up here. Now we have the Sapphire Steel deck with Princess Aurora, and pretty cool. I guess I should actually, like, yeah, here we go. Let me read what this deck is all about. Clever Emerald Glimmers use quick wits to surprise, while daring Ruby Glimmers dash with speed and bravery towards your objectives. Together with this plucky band should keep your opponents guessing and see you to victory. Yeah, so basically green or emerald is annoying, evasive characters, and red is fast, like most other card games. Sapphire Still, strategic Sapphire Glimmers keep you one step ahead of your opponent, while steadfast Still Glimmers stand strong in the face of challenges. Blue is the ramp color, which is actually kind of unique. Usually blue is like the draw cards, you know, counterplay stuff. There is no counterplay in this game whatsoever, and that's on purpose, and I'm actually happy for that. It does make the games a little less interactive. It's basically you do all your stuff on your turn, and then when your opponent goes, you can't do anything about their turn. Kind of like Pokemon in that way. But this is supposed to be a game for all ages, including, you know, small children, so the whole counterplay mechanic is, it sucks when you're getting played against it, you know. If you just want to go play your Stitch deck at a tournament, and then all your stuff gets countered or blown up before you can do anything with it, that sucks, right? So I'm glad they, don't have counterplay in this, but I'm sure there's going to be plenty of ways to actually interact with your opponent in the future. There's not a lot right now, but this is the first set, so not expecting a whole lot. Got an Elsa pack there, and each little guide is different. So the front's the same, but the back is going to give you a little blurb about how to play with that specific deck, which is nice. I really like how much this is like basically like someone's first TCG. Obviously I like TCGs, I think they're the best thing in the world. I really like how this is pushing like more people to get into the TCG, you know, lifestyle experience, whatever. And so I like it has things like that where you don't need to go look up a YouTube video about how to play or something. Like it's all right there in the rulebook and guides on how to play your deck. So we have 3 Aurora, Briar Rose. This is our foil Aurora Dreaming Guardian. Really cool. I don't know if it's on purpose. Maybe it's possibly a misprint or something, but you can see the blue like kind of bleeding through to the bottom. I don't think that's... maybe it is? I think it is because she's a legendary, or a super rare, or whatever that is. That's really cool though. It's a very pretty card. Simba, foil Simba. More Aurora. This is just the Aurora deck apparently. Regal Princess. Some Flounder, Voice of Reason. Grandma Tala, Storyteller from Moana. And this is also one of the things I'm loving about this game is, since the actual mechanics are pretty basic, the cards is of course, like most good games, where all the complexity comes from, and they really get flavorful with the effects. So like, her effect is I'll be with you. When this character is banished, and you put this card into your inkwell face down and exerted. So spoilers if you haven't seen Moana, but Grandma dies in the movie, and she comes back later to help Moana. So that's reflected right here. If Grandma's gonna be on the board, if she does get banished, goes to your inkwell to help you out later, just like the movie. That's adorable. Disguised Jasmine, Maleficent Sinister Visitor, Maleficent Uninvited, Detective Mickey Mouse, Mufasa, Bell Up Your Brain, One Jump Ahead, Coconut Basket, Magic Golden Flower from Rapunzel, a Terrifying Beast, like he is Captain Hook. This is actually a really good card. Goons, Maleficent's Hercules, Dreamborn, Official Ice Master. I should be reading their subtitles. Maui Demigod, an 8-cost 8/8. Prince Eric, Dashing and Brave. Simba, Rightful Heir again, non-foil. Fire the Cannons, Grab Your Sword. Ransack, and Frying Pan. That's awesome. A lot of Tangled in there. Alright, and the last deck is the Amber Amethyst one with Moana and Mickey on the front. Loyal Ample Glimmers unite to protect and support each other, while Magical Amethyst Glimmers harnesses the powers to achieve your goals. So essentially, Amber is lots of dudes and helping each other. Amethyst is tricky stuff. Basically, a brief summary. Another Maleficent booster pack, and all these. Alright, and I have not opened any booster packs because they don't exist right now. Scalpers are everywhere, the game is scalped 80s and back. It's impossible to find stuff right now. Thankfully, they have said they are reprinting the first set, and there's going to be more in the future. I can't wait for all these cards to be pennies, so I can actually play this game. Let's look through here. We got Ariel on human legs. We got the foil Moana of Motonui, not Matanui, that's a different thing. Mickey Mouse, Wayward Sorcerer, the other foil. We got Cinderella, Gentle and Kind. Hades, Lord of the Underworld, talking about you. Hey Hey, Boat Snack. That's a hilarious card. Maximus, Relentless Pursuer. Mickey Mouse, True Friend. Mickey's in every color. If you didn't notice, he probably going to be multiple Mickey cards. In every single set. Minnie Mouse, Beloved Princess. Stitch, New Dog. One of the best lines in the movie in the flavor text. I love it. Be Our Guest. Control Your Temper. Hakuna Matata. Of course there's a Hakuna Matata card. I realize there's a mammoth in the background in like deserts. Was that in the movie? Oh, that's the elephant graveyard. I'm stupid. Didn't say anything. Carrying on. Part of Your World. Dinglehopper. Dr. Facilier. Flotsam. Magic Broom. Goes with that Mickey card earlier. Pascal. Rafiki. That's a really cool design for Rafiki. Official Ice Deliverer. The Wardrobe. Bell's Confidant. Isma. And Friends on the Other Side. Very cool. I have no idea like how well these play against each other. I've tried to watch a couple videos. There's not a lot really on YouTube, like any really great gameplay videos. They're all kind of boring, but I'm assuming these are all getting pretty even to play against each other. I'll try and play. I probably won't have any gameplay on the channel. Again, there's literally hundreds of other YouTubers doing content for this game. A lot of them exclusively just doing content for this game on YouTube, so plenty to watch on YouTube if you want to, but I'm definitely going to play. This is going to be like a third or fourth game for me, if that makes any sense. Not my main game I'm playing, but I'll have it on the side to play with other friends that aren't super into TCGs. I have not opened any booster packs yet, so I am very excited for this. Does it say how many? Over 200 cards. I think it's like 240 or something, but let's just get into it. I've been waiting literally a month to open these, so let's see. We get the mini we just saw. I'm trying to find the best angle for these. Jetsam we just saw. We got a Horus already. Work Together, that's a new card for us. We already got Pongo. It's going to be a very good card. It's just 2 cost to just blow up an item. Alright, all we already got. A Shire Cat, here that's new. Bell, Inventive Engineer. By the way, the rarities are on the bottom. The gray circle is common, the white, the bad shape is uncommon. Really cool design. I remember seeing one of the concept arts where she's riding like a mech beast. Like Beast the character, but like a mechanized version, like a robot version of him. It looks really cool. I really hope they make that into a card. And then the kind of bronze triangle is a rare. That is King of Olympus Hades. Very cool. And then that is, I think, super rare, is that one there. It's not foil, but Tamatoa from Moana. And you always get a foil card. We got a foil Peter Pan. So you always get at least 2 rares or above. So I got 1 rare and a super rare, so you always get at least 2 rares. And then you get a little art card. You collect all the pieces to make a little Mickey art of Brave Little Tailor. And they also have an app to count your lore and everything. Very basic, but it's nice it's there. Alright. Come on. There we go. Alright, he's got a sword. Oh, I should actually... Here's my hits, everyone. Alright. Hugo Wesselton. 1 jump ahead. Man, all of these are in the starter decks. The Foe, that's a new one, I think. Frying Pan. And then our rare is Be Prepared. This is an amazing card. Cost 7, banish all characters. So, this is literally a board wipe. So, it's pretty good. I'm sure this will be some kind of staple going forward. And then our... foil, sorry, no, that's our super rare, is Hans, 13th in line. And then our foil is a rare Lady Tremaine. Which is a really nice foil for some reason. She almost looks like a ghost. And then did we get the same one? We got the same one. Perfect, alright. Alright, so what am I going to do if I pull like an enchanted? If you don't know, the enchanted cards are the alt art cards. I have no idea what the ratios are. It's definitely 1 in X boxes, like you don't get 1 in every box. There's 12 of them, 2 for each color, and they're all ridiculously priced right now. So, if I somehow get one, trade it in for a box or something. let's go and get that. Dr. Facilier, new one, Peter Pan. Simba, Protective Cub. Frying Pan again, The Virtue. Ursula's Cauldron. It should be a rare. Yeah. Maui, Hero to All. Actually a really good card. 5 cost, 6/5 with Rush, which means he can attack people the same turn he comes in, and Reckless, which means he can't quest, which he doesn't need to because he has no lore, and he has to attack every turn. Basically, he's gonna kill someone the first turn he comes out. Pretty fun card. And then, hey, Stitch! We got the super rare Stitch, Rockstar. Apparently this is a very good card too. This has Shift 4. Basically that means you, instead of paying 6, you can play 4 and put him on top of a Stitch in play. So you kind of evolve them if you've played other games. And then whenever you play a character with cost 2 or less, you can exert them to draw a card. So he just draws you 1,000 cards. Because Amber is all about low cost and a bunch of characters. So that's cool. And our foil, we got a foil rare, Kuzco. Mental Emperor. And hey, we got the other side. Do we have his legs now? We do. Is it just 4 cards? Alright. Well, that is it for my first Lorcana video. Not a lot going on right now, obviously, because there's nothing to have, but again, I do want to play this game. It's not going to be my main game. I have too many other games. It's definitely going to be a fun side game, though, for my friends that aren't really super into TCGs. I can always teach them this, and it'll be fun. So that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for checking out the new videos I just posted. Basically, I have a new editing program that makes uploading videos way faster, literally cutting it from 3 or 4 hours to make one video down to like 15 minutes. So I'm gonna crank out a lot more videos. I have a lot of stuff to go over from Gen Con and Collecticon that people gave me to show off to you guys. There's definitely more coming. If I somehow do get more Lorcana stuff, I'll make a video on it when I do. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice day.